Hey guys, so today's story involves my camp last year. It was a technology camp, and my story is taking place during lunchtime. So during meals, we would be able to sit with anyone we wanted, and I had this group of friends at the camp last year that we always sat together, we always talked, but there was a joke that every time someone would leave the table to pick up more food or a drink or something, another person at the table would pour salt either on their food or in their drink. And this was really crazy because I never wanted to leave the table myself, because then I would know that someone would salt my ice cream or something. And I remember people getting soup and people getting like Mountain Dew, and when they leave the table, salt would just go right in there. This specific story is about this one kid named Jack, and he was drinking Mountain Dew. He was having a good time just talking to us. I don't remember what we were talking about since it was a while ago, but we were having a good time there. He started drinking. It was a normal drink. I mean, it was a normal Mountain Dew. But the problem happened when he just walked away and he was getting new food because his plate was empty. He needed to refill. And the other people at my table just looked at each other. And there was this one kid named Dylan. He looked at the salt and he just immediately went for it. He grabbed the salt, poured it in the Mountain Dew, like so much. It was crazy how much salt he actually put in there, and when Jack came back, he didn't notice anything because salt just dissolves and you wouldn't really notice it unless there's way too much, and there wasn't way too much, even though there was a lot. So we all looked at him, we were just acting like nothing happened, and some people were trying to hold in their laughter. It was pretty funny for me too, but we just watched Jack, and he was wondering what was going on. Why were we watching him? He started to take a sip of the Mountain Dew, and then he realized the taste was very odd. And he started laughing a lot because he looked at Dylan, and Dylan looked at him, and then he realized that there was so much salt in there. So what happened next was a bit disgusting. Now, he said, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then he just like ran off into the bathroom, and a few minutes later he came back, and it turns out he puked in the bathroom. This was all a funny joke until he started throwing up. Now, throw up isn't funny, but putting salt in people's drinks, now that's pretty funny. But I never did it myself because I was pretty dumb. Even though Dylan just liked putting salt in the drinks and on the food. And this was just a really weird thing that my table did. And there was one crazy thing that happened later that day. The Cyanide and Happiness channel uploaded a video completely about salt. And that was odd because it was just a major coincidence. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and Jack definitely felt angry at the table, but he was also having a good time. He was laughing it off because he was that one person that would laugh at everything, and he would laugh for like 10 seconds and not be able to control it. And yes, he even laughed when there was so much salt in his Mountain Dew. I didn't know what he was doing, why he was laughing, but we started laughing too, and eventually he just shrugged it off because it was just a prank, and he just knew that it was a prank. So anyway, if you have any stories involving salt, even though that's probably unlikely, but if you do, just leave them in the comments below and I'll read over them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.